Good morning, good morning. Hey, had an amazing call yesterday with a gentleman named Dr. Applebaum from DC area. He does vision therapy for kids who have, or I guess kids and adults that have dyslexia, ADHD, maybe brain injuries. And what he explained was that when you think of vision therapy, people are thinking, oh, I'm blind in one eye, or maybe can't see far or can't see close. But this is really talking about when the lights go through our eyes when we're reading something, and it goes through our eyes to our brain and was able to compute it. And what happens is, since our eyes are also muscles, they need to be exercised to be able to make sure that they are focusing on the same thing. Sometimes they might not, and a lot of times in kids with dyslexia and or ADHD, they are, maybe one eye is focused but the other one's not. It's looking over here, but you don't realize it because you can't see these things. And so what they do is they give you different exercises to be able to do it. It's 1 week program in person, and then they send you home for 3 months with VR goggles and different exercises, and then they test you every week to be able to see where you're progressing, to make sure if they need to update different things. So it's a pretty intensive process. And so in talking to him, it sounds like a great thing. My daughter and I might go do it just to see what the results would be. From an adult standpoint, for me, a couple of things he mentioned is sometimes when you get car sick or some type of vestibular stuff like that, it could be the vision also. Your eyes are off, and I definitely cannot read in the car. It makes me sick. So that I thought was really good. And the other thing he was talking about is that he works with a lot of athletes that are maybe don't have ADHD and dyslexia, but want to get that edge to the next thing. And for me, I played a lot of baseball when I was a kid, but I got to a certain point where I couldn't see the ball anymore. It was just going too fast, so I had to quit. And so in talking with him, that lines up with a lot of that, there's some weakness in my eyes. So my thought is, I really love to play volleyball still. And so I'm like, well, this would be great to do that. Plus, when I'm looking at things to read, if there's a lot of words on the page, I get really fatigued on it because I think my eyes are trying to look in different places. And my daughter said a lot of the same things when he was interviewing her. He was talking about asking her, when there's a lot of words on the page, what happens? And she said, well, it's just very overwhelming for me to be able to, and I'll be reading along on a line and then I'll go skip to another line because I can't focus on it. He asked her, when she's reading, does she comprehend the stuff? And she said, well, not really, because when I'm reading, I'm so focused on the word, getting each word right, that I can't really concentrate on what the whole sentence says. What she said is another sign that it could be something to do with vision therapy. And I had a lot of that as a child, and even now, is when I read something, directions or whatever it is, a lot of the times I have to go in and read it 2 or 3 times to be able to really understand what it is, versus if somebody just shows me and I'm able to do it like right away, I pick it up real quick. And same with my daughter, if somebody reads something to her, it's so much more of a retention on it. So wanted to update you on that. Also was talking to a friend of ours who their children have dyslexia, and they went through vision therapy, and they said it was amazing of how it helped. And they gave me a couple other examples. So my mission now is to do this vision therapy with my daughter, or at least get my daughter into it, and then see it in its entirety and immerse ourselves in it and see how well it works versus not working, and do more research on other people who have done this before. And then once I can get a good feel for it, that will go into the process of being able to give these tools to parents that they can go ahead and be able to try vision therapy maybe first before they go to a private school, or maybe it's a combination of the two. So this is what I'm working on. Just wanted to chronicleize it, and hope you guys are all having an outstanding day.